Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're finding me for the very first time, I'd be grateful if you can smash that like button and subscribe, help this channel grow. So with 2024 nearly coming to a close, this year we've had some great movies, some stinkers and some films we scratch our heads on why they were greenlit and why they were made. Who knows? In this video we're going to do the top 10 videos. Sorry, this is my top 10 uh, uh, best movies of 2024. There is a video coming up later. It's probably uploaded already. Go and check it out. That'll be my top 10 worst films of 2024. And there are some good candidates on there. Now, this video is, as I say, is my top 10 best films of 2024. Now, my list may differ to you. This is, in my opinion, this is the films that I have watched over the last 12 months. So, my list will differ to yours. I'd be interested to see what top 10 list is yours. If you've got a top 10, please put it in the description, in the comment section below. Let's have a friendly debate. This is not an attack on your films. This is just my opinion on how I saw the movies that have come out this year. And it'd be great to have a bit of a debate on whose is the top 10 best films of 2024. So yeah, it'd be great to have people contribute. Put your top 10 list in the bottom in the comment section below, and let's begin. So what I'm going to do is 10 down to 1. Okay, these are my top 10 best films of 2024. At number 10 is Twister, or Twisters. Now, this film was rather good. I going into this movie, I thought, oh, it's going to be a carbon copy of the first one. It wasn't. There was a few Easter eggs revolving around the first one, like Dorothy, the equipment that he used to get the data for the tornadoes. In this, the acting was quite cool. The CGI of the tornadoes were properly done, in my opinion. Glenn Powell, for me, is an up-and-coming terrific actor. He's up-and-coming actor. He has done a few other things. He's been in, obviously, he was in Top Gun Maverick. He was in the latest, he was in the Hitman film, I think it was called, not long ago. And he's been becoming a talented actor. Again, for me, this was a quite surprising, entertaining film. I wasn't bored with this when I went to watch it. I say my fears were going into this movie, it was going to be just a rebrand of the Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt version, but it wasn't. It was a nice surprise, really. Number 9 is Moana 2. Moana 2, gotta remember it, that one. And Moana 2 is low down in the in my list because although I enjoyed it, it was entertaining for me. It wasn't as good as the first one. We didn't get to see much of Maui in this. He is in it, but he wasn't in it as much. But it was still an entertaining movie. It has made a killing at the box office, and it was a pretty good sequel to the film. Now, this movie again, we'll have to wait and see what happens when the live action one comes out. I think that'll kill the franchise, but so far this film has done well. For me, that's why it's at number 9. Moana 2. Number 8 is another animated one. Now, for me, this film, this animated film at number 8 for me was an excellent film. One of DreamWorks' is more brilliant films that they've done in a long time, or animated films that they've done in a long time, and it's Wild Robot. Now, going into this, I had loads of, it came out late over here in the UK. I'm not sure why. I don't understand why they do that. They should put the films out at the same time. Because I heard loads of reviews on it because it came out in the US a little bit earlier than it did over in the UK, and I heard loads and loads of people going on about how great this film was. So going into this film, I already knew it had great reviews, but obviously I wanted to see it for myself, and the film lived up to my expectations. I really enjoyed it. Great story, great character, great emotion scenes in this film, and that's why Wild Robot is at number 8. Number 7 is Alien Romulus. Now, Alien Romulus, as we know, is sandwiched. Is the storyline is in between the first Alien and Aliens, and it ends in there. For me, the first 2 Aliens are quite good films. 3 we don't want to talk about because we all know about that one. But Alien Romulus was absolutely brilliant. The acting and that third act for me was wow. A bit strange, but it was a great film. I really enjoyed Alien Romulus, and that's why it is at number 7. Number 6, this film for me capped off a great, I don't know if I'll get any more, but a great bit of a reboot really, and it was great to see Eddie Murphy back on screen as Axel Foley. Yes, you've got it right. My number 6 film of 2024 is Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F. And it was great to see Taggart back, who recently sadly passed away, or rest in peace, and Rosewood back. I've forgotten the actor's name, but and it was great to see the film back. I really enjoyed it. I was beaming from all over the place. You know, I've watched it 3 times, and it's on Netflix now, so I can watch it as much as I like. It's one of those films that, because it was so late in the making, I think it was like 20, 30 years since the original sort of thing, 40 years since the original. Would it live up to that expectation of the first, of when it was first made? For me, it wasn't as great as the first one, but I did enjoy this movie. And for me, the only downside to this film is it should have been released on the big screen. I would have loved to see it on the big screen, but hey, it was a Netflix film and we got it on Netflix. So we're coming up to the top 5 now. The top 5 is this. At number 5 is Beetle Juice, the second installment of the Tim Burton's comedy. For me, Beetle Juice was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this movie. Again, this is another one where the franchise has been left to get old. Would it work for a second time? For this one, it did. But I don't think we got the humour that we did get the first one. I think maybe because times have changed with movies, you know, etc. It wasn't woke, we know that, but it was a lot of fun. Seeing Winona Ryder back in her role as Lydia Deetz, that was quite good. Catherine O'Hara, it looks like she hasn't aged a bit in this movie. And seeing Michael Keaton back in the role of Beetlejuice, which was phenomenal. And yeah, Beetlejuice for me is in my top 5. It was a movie that I really enjoyed watching. As I said, it's another film that followed on from a film that came out 30 years ago. Would it work? And it did in some ways. There's little bits that, if you go back to my review, there was little bits that didn't work for me. But Beetlejuice is a well-worthy contender for my top 10, and I put it at number 5. Excuse me. Number 4 for me is Transformers 1. Again, this is another film, again, bit like Wild Robot. It came out in the US before it came out over in the UK. Again, I haven't got a clue why they do that. But Transformers 1 for me is probably the best Transformers movie I've seen in a long time. I really, really enjoyed it. I can't wait until it comes out on physical media because I will get the Blu-ray 4K version. And I just thought the story arc of this film, the origins of the Transformers, the origins of Megatron and Optimus Prime, really worked on this. The only downside is it flopped at the box office. Now I don't know why. I think the marketing in this was done all poorly. Obviously, when we saw those first trailers, it looked kiddyish, and I think that's where it lost its charm. Really, I think when they did that, it didn't help the film a lot. It put a lot of people off, and I think that's why it flopped at the box office. But for me, it was a fantastic film. I enjoyed it. As I say, I am going to get it on 4K Blu-ray when it comes out. As I say, for me, it's one of the best Transformers movies that has come out for quite a long time. I enjoyed the first one, the 2007 one, and I like parts of Revenge of the Fallen, if that's if I remember what it's called. But everything up till after that was a bit sloppy. The Dark Knight was, the Last Knight, not the Dark Knight. The Last Knight Transformers film, that was a hot mess. We all know that. It confused the shit out of everybody. So yeah, so Transformers 1 is my number 4th spot. Number 3 is another animated one from Disney, and again, the first film to this was excellent, made loads of money, and this one was a hot surprise on how much money it made at the box office, and it's Inside Out 2. Inside Out 2 was a charming, warm, funny looking cartoon, a sequel from the original first one. This one was a step up again. We were anticipating, would this be as good as the first one? I think this one is better than this. I think the second one is better than the first one, and it's proved it because it made a huge amount of money at the box office. It would have been probably the number 1 movie of the year, but something else came out after it, we all know, and that made a little bit more money. The storyline, the story arc in Inside Out 2 was fantastic. It lives up with 21st century life, as you will, especially for teenagers, etc. So Inside Out 2 was my number 3 on my list. We're down to our last 2, and this was quite a difficult one because one came out recently and one came out the beginning of the year, more or less. But in my second, at number 2 in my top 10 list is Dune 2. Now, Dune 2 was a fantastic sequel to the first one. I'm hoping, from what I gathered, there is a third one coming soon. I can't wait to see that film to come out. The second one, as I say, was absolutely brilliant. The ending was fantastic. The story was in there, and the rest of the cast was great. Timothy Chalamet was phenomenal in this. He's a great young actor that's coming through the ranks. I can't wait to see him in the Bob Dylan film when that comes out. And obviously he was fantastic in the Wonka film that we had. I think it was last year, wasn't it? So yeah, Dune 2 is at my number two spot in my top 10 list, and it's just a very, very great film. So you know. So we're at our number 1. So my number 1 film of the year for 2024 was, you've got it right if you guessed it, Deadpool and Wolverine. Now, when we got the news that this was doing it, we know Marvel has struggled in recent weeks and years, maybe since Endgame. I mean, I've liked some of the films that that Marvel have put out, like the Spider-Man. I know that's a Sony product. I like parts of. I like Shang-Chi. I liked. What else? There's been that. Oh, WandaVision and stuff like that. I like parts of the Eternals, but a lot of people didn't. So when Deadpool and Wolverine was coming out, we were all wondering, is this going to flop or is this going to be a success? Well, as we've seen, the movie was an absolute awesome film. One of the best films I've seen Marvel do for a very long time. I watched this several times. I've bought the 4K version, and every time I get a chance to watch it, I watch it. And it's on Disney Plus as well, so I get to watch it on there. Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds teaming up, that was a fantastic double act. Seeing all the cameos in this, seeing Wesley Snipes come in as Blade, and Channing Tatum come in as Gammon. I forgot the girl's name now. I'll remember it later. But seeing all the nostalgia coming through, X-23, you know, all the cameos at the end, etc. And hopefully this is giving the Marvel Cinematic Universe a much needed boost, because they were down on the luck, we know that, because some of the stuff hasn't been that good. So yeah, that is my top 10. So number 1 on my list was Deadpool and Wolverine. So that's my top 10 2024 movies, best of films at 2024. So let us know in the comment section below. Is your list the same as mine? If so, let us know in the comment section below. If it's your list, let us know. It'd be great to see what's different and what isn't. Other than that, I'll see you all soon. Look out for my other video for the top 10 worst films of 2024. And there will be a video going out, my most anticipated films of 2025. We've got another wonderful year for the movies. Some controversial movies coming out. We've just had another trailer drop for a certain film with a certain actress that's causing a bit of controversy. But yeah, other than that, guys, please hit the like button and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like I said, put your list in the comment section below and let's have a fun debate. Keep it clean, keep it fun. Remember, we're all allowed to have different opinions on different films. We don't all have to sing to the same hymn sheet, as they say. Your list may be different to mine, my list may be different to yours, etc. So until the next video, please hit that like button and subscribe. I'm 9 subscribers away from that magic 200, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.